Do you know what nobody wants to say out loud? The world is not fair. It is visual. Before you speak, before you explain, before anyone knows your heart, you are already judged. In the first few seconds of walking into a room, the world decides how valuable you are, how much respect you deserve, how carefully it should treat you. And I learned this in a way I will never forget. In Paris. One morning, I walked into a beautiful boutique in the first arrondissement, the kind of place with velvet chairs and quiet perfume in the air. But I wasn't dressed like me, messy bun, no makeup, comfort clothes. I didn't feel bad. I just felt invisible. No greeting, no eye contact, no acknowledgement. I stood there and realized something painful. I wasn't being seen. I was being filtered out. 4 hours later, I walked back into the same neighborhood. This time, I was dressed with intention. Blazer, clean hair, my red lip, my posture. And suddenly, "Bonjour, madame." Doors held open, water offered, smiles, same woman, same face, same soul. But the world treated me completely differently. And that was the day I understood something deeply. This is not about vanity. This is about soft power. This is what it means to be silently attractive, not loud, not desperate, not seeking approval, but moving through the world in a way that says, I respect myself, and you will too. It's January 2026. And I want to ask you something quietly, honestly, without pressure. Do you feel different yet? Not just did you set goals, but do you feel more grounded, more clear, more self-respecting than you did last year? Because here's the truth. Most women don't fail because they don't want to change. They fail because they don't change their identity. They keep the same habits, the same standards, the same nervous system. And then they wonder why their life looks the same. Today I'm sharing 10 things that make a woman silently attractive in any room. Not louder, not trendier, but more respected, more desired, and more taken seriously. And I want you to stay until the end, because the last one is the habit that decides whether 2026 becomes your turning point or just another year you survive. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Elisa. I'm an elegant lifestyle educator and the founder of Return to Elegance, where I guide women to restore alignment between who they are inside and how they show up outside, in appearance, presence, and daily life. And here we don't perform glow-ups. We become women who are impossible to overlook. If you're done rushing, overgiving, or shrinking, make sure you're subscribed. This channel is for women who are ready to live with intention, not anxiety. And as you're listening today, I want you to think about you, not an elegant woman somewhere else. You, exactly where you are. Because if you've been watching my videos thinking, this is what I need, but I need more than inspiration, I need structure. That's exactly why I created the Return to Elegance Masterclass. My Return to Elegance Masterclass is open right now. It's not motivation, it's not inspiration. It's a guided transformation where I help you rebuild your identity, elevate your habits, refine your presence, and lock in your 2026 glow up with clarity and discipline. The link is in the description. But for now, let's begin. Here's the truth no one says. You don't become powerful by owning expensive things, and you don't become elegant by saying you're healed. You become silently attractive when your inner world stops leaking into the room. And that's what we're going to work on today. Not so people desire you, but so disrespect cannot reach you. Part 2. Why silently attractive women are never chased. There is something most women don't realize until they've been hurt a few times. Women who are beautiful but empty inside get chased. Women who are beautiful and anchored get respected. Being silently attractive isn't about being the prettiest in the room. It's about being the most emotionally unavailable to disrespect. When a woman does not love herself, she has no internal gatekeeper. Anyone can walk in. Anyone can take up space. Anyone can drain her. A man gives her crumbs. She calls it chemistry. A boss oversteps. She calls it misunderstanding. A friend disrespects her. She calls it loyalty. That is not softness. That is self-abandonment. So the very first thing that makes you silently attractive in any room is thing number 1. You don't chase, you receive. Silently attractive women don't over-explain. They don't beg to be chosen. They don't perform for approval. They assume they are already valuable, and the world treats them accordingly. When someone speaks to you in a way that feels off, you don't argue. You simply pause. And they feel it. That pause is power. It says, you don't get access to me like that. Which leads to thing number 2. You are emotionally still. You don't flinch when someone tests you. You don't rush to prove yourself. You don't shrink when energy shifts. You stay composed. And people feel that stillness like gravity. A woman who is calm in her body makes everyone around her regulate themselves. That's why people lean in. That's why eyes follow you. That's why rooms soften when you enter. Not because you're loud, but because you're centered. This is what men feel when they say, she has something. That something is inner stability. And in February, inside my masterclass, this is exactly what we train. How to stop emotionally leaking your energy and start holding it like a woman who knows her worth. But now let's move into the visible layer, because silent attractiveness is also seen. Part 3. The look of a woman who is not to be played with. Here is something nobody teaches women. People do not respect what looks tired, unsure, or unfinished. They don't do it on purpose. They do it subconsciously. Your appearance is the first sentence you speak when you walk into a room. And silently attractive women know how to write that sentence with authority. So the next thing that makes you silently attractive is thing number 3. You look intentional, not accidental. Your hair looks done, even if it's simple. Your outfit looks chosen, not random. Your face looks awake, not apologetic. You don't look like you just ended up somewhere. You look like you arrived. And people treat you like someone who belongs. Not because of money, not because of beauty, but because of clarity. Which leads to thing number 4. You don't dress for comfort. You dress for respect. Comfort dressing says, I don't expect much from today. Respect dressing says, I expect to be treated well. Silently attractive women choose clothes that frame their presence. Clean lines, structure, quality fabrics, nothing sloppy, nothing loud, not to impress, but to signal self-regard. This is why in Paris, the same woman in sweats was ignored, and in a blazer was greeted with Madame. The clothes didn't change her worth. They changed how the world perceived it. And perception controls access. This is exactly why inside my masterclass, February is about visual standards, not trends, but how to dress so you stop being underestimated. Now here is something powerful. Thing number 5, you move slowly. Fast movements say nervous. Jerky gestures say insecurity. Rushed energy says, please like me. But when you walk slowly, sit slowly, reach for things slowly, you look like a woman who has time. And women who have time are always assumed to have power. People mirror your pace. Men lower their voice. Rooms soften. That is silent attractiveness, not force, not effort, just presence. Part 4. The behavior of a high-status woman. There is a reason some women are adored, and others are overlooked. It's not beauty. It's not age. It's not luck. It's how much access they give. Silently attractive women are not closed, but they are selective, which brings us to thing number 6. You don't overshare. You don't tell everyone your struggles. You don't explain your pain. You don't narrate your wounds. You let people earn the right to know you. This creates mystery, and mystery creates value. When someone can't fully read you, they lean in. When someone has to work to know you, they respect you, which leads to thing number 7. You don't react, you observe. Someone says something strange, you don't jump to fix it. Someone is inconsistent, you don't chase, you watch. And when you watch instead of react, people reveal who they are. This is why silently attractive women are rarely played. They let others talk themselves into clarity, and clarity creates boundaries without drama. Now, here is something very important. Thing number 8. You don't ask to be chosen. You don't fish for compliments. You don't hint. You don't beg. You assume. You assume your presence is wanted. You assume your time is valuable. You assume you are worthy. An assumption becomes reality. People step up, or they step away. Either way, you stay seated in your worth. This is what I mean when I say self-love is not softness, it is structure. And in my masterclass, this is what we build: behavioral sovereignty. The ability to move through the world without bleeding your energy everywhere. Part 5. How you treat yourself when no one is watching. Here is the truth most women miss. The way you treat yourself in private is what people feel about you in public. Silently attractive women have standards even when they are alone. Which brings us to thing number 9. You don't live in survival mode. You don't eat like you don't matter. You don't sleep in chaos. You don't let your space fall apart. Your home feels calm. Your body feels cared for. Your mind feels supported. Because a woman who treats herself like a temple moves through the world like someone sacred. People feel it. They speak more gently to you. They hesitate before crossing you. They offer more. Not because you demand, but because you embody. And finally, thing number 10. You don't wait to be loved. You give it to yourself first. You buy yourself flowers. You wear perfume for yourself. You dress beautifully even when you're alone. You speak kindly to yourself in the mirror. So when someone comes with half love, it feels wrong. And when someone comes with full love, it feels natural. This is what silently attractive women do. They raise their baseline so high that low effort can't reach them. This is why they are magnetic, not because they are chasing love, but because they are rooted in it. If something inside you has been quietly nodding while listening to this, that's not coincidence, that's recognition. Because you already know, you are meant for more than being overlooked, over-explaining, over-giving, and undervalued. You weren't created to live small. You were created to live aligned. But here's the truth no one tells you. You don't become silently attractive by accident. You become her by training your nervous system, your habits, and your self-image to accept a higher standard. That is exactly why I created the Return to Elegance Masterclass. This is not a motivation program. This is a re-education. Inside, we don't just talk about confidence, self-respect, feminine presence, appearance, boundaries, habits. We install them. Through daily practices, guided protocols, and identity-shifting exercises, you stop performing and start becoming. This February, we are entering what I call the self-love reset. Not the fluffy kind, the kind that changes how you walk into rooms, how people speak to you, how you choose, how you show up, how much you tolerate. You don't need to become louder. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to chase. You need to rise. If you are ready to stop living like a woman who hopes to be chosen and start living like a woman who knows her value, the link is below. Join us inside the masterclass and let February be the month you become unrecognizable in the best way. And if you felt this video in your body, not just your mind, subscribe. This channel isn't about trends, it's about transformation. I'll see you inside, my love.